educator, a teacher, a facilitator of learning. And it was in my classroom, and I was in the middle of an exhilarating lesson of long division when I heard a peculiar sound in the back corner of my room. It was a sound. And as I turn my head to the source of the noise, I see the most spectacular sight. Here, a young man had sneezed and vomited at the same time. There was vomit everywhere, on the floor, on his desk, in between the pages of his book, and also on the belongings and the students 6 feet away. And to top it off, as I look down on him, there on the top of his head is a blob of blueberry Pop-Tart stained vomit oozing in between his cornrows. And I send the young man to the nurse. I call the custodian, and I begin to clean up the vomit, all the while teaching long division, because that's my job. And then there was the time where I have a number of students in front of me, and we're doing a small group reading lesson, and I had just told my one challenging student that he did an excellent job reading loud enough that we could all hear. It was then to my surprise that he pushes back his chair, says, "Fuck you, bitch," and begins to run around the room, kicking chairs, and then he gets up on one of the chairs, takes off his shirt, swings it around his head before running out the room and slamming the door. I calmly call the office and let them know that the young man has left my room, and then proceed to teach the remaining students, because that's my job. And then there was the time in the middle of my science lesson, I noticed a girl hunched over, sobbing uncontrollably. I tried to console her to no avail, so I continued teaching the rest of my 28 students. I then look to the left and see yet another child has begun crying, and she is staring at me with big eyes, her tears rolling down her face, and she is giving me a death look. I, again, try to console her and see what the matter is, but she wants nothing to do with me. So I try to continue the lesson. When yet a third young lady decides she's going to have a breakdown, and she runs to the first young lady who's hunched over, and she wraps her arms around the first young lady, and starts struggling for something. I go to check it out, and here she's saying, "Give me the pencil, give me the pencil." She's trying to stab herself. "I hate when people do this. I hate when people do this." She finally gets the pencil, breaks it across her leg, and throws it to the floor. And I continue to teach the rest of the 28 students the difference between cinder cone and shield volcanoes, because that's my job. Now, it's not always chaos. No, there's the moments when I have captivated all 28 of my 6th grade students with a single book, and they are on the edge of their seats, eyes wide open, mouth dropped, because they're finally understanding the power of the words. Yes, they're finally realizing that those words on the page are more than words, but they have life and they have meaning. And that's my passion. And also there's a time when you get to take those students on the field trips, and they are finally experiencing the real world. They're making a connection between what they learn in the classroom and what real life is like. They're experiencing things for the first time. That's my passion. Or there's the students when in conversation, they finally get to realize that beauty is more than what's on the outside. That you get to teach these students that compassion and empathy and learning how other people feel is so much more beautiful than your outward appearance. That's my passion. Or having a student who arrives every single day late to school or misses 1 or 2 days a week and does not care about school and is failing every single class. But halfway through conversation and relationship building, they finally realize that, wait, maybe I do have potential. Maybe I can learn, and they start showing up to school, and they start improving and being successful and able to pass 6th grade. That's my passion. And so I began to realize I want more of my passion and less of my job. So I'm stepping out of the classroom and beginning a role as an executive director at a nonprofit called Exit Lancaster, where we help students find their passions to create winning life plans. I am an educator, I am a mentor, and facilitating empowerment is my job.